The sets were really fun to work on and really fun to see them build, and exciting to see them go up.
Each set is such a character in this film, and New York is an important part of this movie. It'll have like a romantic feel to it, I think.
I didn't feel it was proper to have a super stylized world, like a comic book world like you see in a lot of comic book films. I felt that the most important thing to do was to create a real world. There are parts of New York that are magical. So what we decided to do was just to create a whole city of those realistic, magical parts of New York.
Neil Spisak truly loves New York, understands New York, and was able to bring his passion of New York to the film.
One of the design elements that I tried to incorporate into the film as a whole is a slightly overscaled and somewhat classical architecture, building tops and places that you normally aren't on buildings, closer to the upper architecture of the buildings of New York.
Really, it's like if you look at the comics, you flip through the pages and you look where Peter grew up, it's in this movie. If you look where Peter went to school, it's in the movie. Where would a kid like Peter share an apartment today? It's the apartment. He did a great job to be able to put together very fancy side of Manhattan, because that's the Osborne side of the world, with this modest upbringing where Peter comes from. And he connected it beautifully.
And what is Spider-Man's world? And certainly he exists at the rooftops of New York. We scouted tons and tons of rooftops of New York, so we got to see the whole side of New York that most people never get to see. And we're bringing that to the film, and I think it's very exciting.
Hey, it's Lisa here with a movie extras fact. Now, while Independence Day's visual effects are littered with CGI, one of its more compelling scenes is a scene in which the aliens set fire to New York. Unlike the rest of the visual effects in the movie, that fire was real. The production team built a model city on a soundstage, installed pyrotechnics underneath, and flipped the city sideways while they lit it on fire. Now, click here below to subscribe, and remember to tap the bell to always receive our videos in your feed.